Hello, my friends, and welcome to another reading video. All right, we are on day 4 of working on our long A sounds. Remember, our vowels can have a short sound and a long sound. So, what are our vowels? Let's practice them one more time. Can never hurt to practice too much. Remember, vowels are these 5 letters. Say them with me. A, E, I, O, U. Those are our vowels. This week we're focusing on the vowel A. Remember, a short A says ah. A long A says A. It's important to know when we're using the short A and when we're using the long A when we're reading words. So, as a reminder, let me get into a good spot where it's not so shiny. Classroom is so bright. I love that our classroom's bright, but it makes it hard to see the shiny things. Okay. So remember, anytime we have this E at the end of the word, that's telling us our A is going to make that long A sound, at least most of the time. There are some words that are tricky, and we practice those ones as sight words when they don't follow this rule. But most words with the E at the end, the E does not make a sound. You don't hear it, and it makes the vowel the long vowel. So say these words with me. Came. Good. Take. Made. Plate. Good. Did you hear the A in all of those? Let's keep practicing down here. Do you notice how this word, it's the same. C-A-P and C-A-P, right? But we add that E, which changes it completely. So with no E, that means this A is the short A. It makes the ah sound. So say this with me. K-A-P. Cap. Okay. You hear that short A, that ah? Now let's add the E. Suddenly this A makes the long A sound. So it's ca-ape, cape. So we have a cap, like we wear a cap on our hat, or we have a cape, like we wear because we're a superhero. 2 totally different words, and all it took was that E to change it. That's why we practice. Let's try up here. Same thing. M-A-T, M-A-T, same word, right? Oh, but we add that E. So with no E, that's a short A. So it's at, mat. We add the E, it makes it the long A. So we have ate, mate. Mat, mate. Are we hearing it? Let's try one more. So remember, 3 letters, M-A-D, M-A-D, same word. Then we add that E and it changes everything. No E means it's a short A, so it makes that ah sound. So say it with me. Ad, mad. Or made. Made. Aid. Made. Mad. Made. Totally different words. But all it takes is adding that E to make that difference, to make that change. And that's why we practice these things. Okay, hopefully that's starting to make sense. You're starting to get it. You're starting to remember it. We're going to practice some more tomorrow. Hopefully by then you are long A masters. Okay, let's talk about our sight words. Say them with me. Why? Many. Right. Start. Let's put them in a sentence. Why is it snowing? It's so cold. I don't like it. Why? Many. There were too many accidents on the road because of the slippery snow. I don't like it. Many. Right. Let's turn right to go to the store. Right. And the last one, start. Please start watching the videos in the morning so you're done with your learning by the afternoon. Start. Okay, let's say them rapid fire. Say it quickly with me. Why? Many. Right. Start. Nice, my friends. All right, we've practiced our long A's. We've practiced our sight words. Now, we are going to do some talking about punctuation today. So let's roll over. I have a board ready to go. Hold on, I'm going to pause it so you don't feel like you're on a roller coaster. Okay, punctuation. So important. It's what we put at the end of our sentences. Sometimes we use a period. Sometimes we use a question mark. And sometimes we use an exclamation point. But when do we use each of them? Okay, so to use a period, it's when we're just kind of making a statement. We're just giving a sentence, a little bit of information. No questions being asked. It's not exciting. It's just information. So I might use a period at a sentence like this. I am all done with my work for today. I'm all done. No like party, no celebration. I'm not asking a question, so it's just a period because I'm just making a statement. How about if we're asking a question though? Why is it so cold outside? Like I'm asking you, why is it so cold? And you're going to say, because of all that white fluffy stuff, Mrs. Sae-Wong, the snow is cold. But I'm asking a question and you're going to give me that answer. That's when we would use our question mark when we're asking a question. Why do I have to wear shoes outside? Because it's cold, silly goose. Why does Mrs. Sae-Wong give us so much work to do? And it's so that I know your brains are growing to be super smart. Okay? So anytime we're asking a question, we're going to use that question mark. An exclamation point is when there is just something exciting and amazing and oh my gosh, I have to just tell the world that I am so surprised. So I love to play in the snow. I love it. I really do. And I want you to know how excited I am that it's snowing and we get to go play in it. So that's when I would use an exclamation point. I love to play in the snow. I love to read. Woo! Okay? Anytime it's just really exciting. We just cannot wait to tell the world how amazing it is. Or maybe we're yelling. We would use that exclamation point. So when we read, we know to read it that way. Because tell me the difference. Do you hear the difference? If I just put a period here. I love to play in the snow. That's a good sentence. It's not wrong. But is it exciting to read? Or is it, I love to play in the snow? Which one is more exciting? Which one makes you want to read it and really makes you picture how much fun it is to go have a snowball fight or roll around in the snow? That exclamation point. Okay? So one more time. Periods are when we're just making that statement. We're just giving information. Question mark is when we're asking a question. What is it? Why is it? How? Where? Okay? Those types of questions where it makes us think about the answer. And the exclamation point when something's amazing or we're yelling. Okay? All right, my friends. I'm going to switch over to my other camera. We have a quick worksheet to work on today to practice our punctuation. All right. So today we are going to be working on our ELA work number 3 book. We're going to be working on our reading log number 3 and our sight words. Let's go ahead and hit pause, grab those 3 books, something to write with, and come back when you are ready. All right, if you're back with me, hopefully that means you have everything that you need to get done today. So first things first, we're going to work on our ELA work number 3 book. And we are going to open up to page 2. Now, I'm going to tell you a little something. I already recorded this one time, and for some reason, my video disappeared. So I'm re-recording this information. That's why I already have some things written down, but we're going to go through it all together so that I know you know what we're doing. So on page 2, we're going to write our name, and we're going to write our date. We all know the date because we've already watched Number Corner, but let's say it together. 1-28-21. We'll give everybody a minute to turn to page 2, write your name, and write the date. All right, so like we just talked about, sentences can end with a period, a question mark, or an exclamation mark or point. I like to call it an exclamation point. Some people call it a mark. Same thing, the exclamation. So a period, question mark, or an exclamation point. So what we're doing today on today's worksheet is we are going to figure out which punctuation is the best one for each sentence. So let's read through each of them together. We already did, or we're going to do the first 3 together, so I know you know what we're doing, and then you are going to fill in the rest on your own. So sentence number 1, it says, what is your name? Is that a statement, or is that a question? Are we yelling it? What's your name? Don't yell that. That's not polite. It's a question. We're asking, what is your name? And I'm waiting for you to answer me back. Okay, so I put a question mark there for number 1. And number 2, it says, the bike has 2 wheels. Is that a statement? Bike has 2 wheels. Are we asking, does the bike have 2 wheels? Or are we saying, yeah, the bike has 2 wheels? I think we're just making a statement, right? We're just saying that bike has 2 wheels. That's how we balance it and we ride it. So we just add that period. Okay, number 3, be careful. Think about when mom or dad tells you to be careful. Are they like, hey, be careful? Or are they asking you, should you be careful? Or are they usually yelling at you, be careful? Well, I know if you are anything like my crazy boys, I'm always yelling at them to be careful. So your parents are probably yelling it at you too. So I put an exclamation because it would be careful. Not, yeah, be careful. Or should you be careful? I'm not going to ask them that. I'm going to tell you, be careful. And I want you to know I mean it. Just like your mom and dad mean it. Listen to your parents, always. All right, my friends. So now that we've done the first 3 together, I'm going to read the rest of the sentences, and I want you to think about what punctuation mark works the best, okay? So I'm going to go slow. I'm going to read each sentence. Well, I'm going to go slow, I think, but if it's too fast for you, always hit pause. You can always rewind to keep working on it, okay? So number 4, it says, we tiptoed down the hall. And tiptoe means you just walked on your toes really quietly, like you're just kind of creeping along, okay? That's what tiptoed means. We tiptoed, excuse me, down the hall. What kind of punctuation do we need? Period, question mark, or an exclamation? Okay, number 5. Who is at the door? We're making a statement, asking a question, or making an exclamation. Number 6. Where are my shoes? Number 7. Let's get going. Number 8. Are you ready for school? And number 9. Leo left his gloves on the bus. So make sure you tell me which punctuation mark makes the most sense for each sentence. If I went too fast or if you need to go back and hear another one, just hit rewind. That's the great thing about videos. You can rewind as many times as you want. Okay, and when you are all done, make sure you send me a picture in Seesaw of page 2 so I can see that you are getting the hang of using all of the different punctuation marks. Okay? Moving right along. Now we're going to talk about our reading log. We should be reading every day. And this week we are working on my setting reading log. Don't forget, you are giving me the title of your book. And you're telling me the setting. Where is the story happening? Where is it taking place? Is it in the forest, in a castle, in the house, on a bike, at the park? Wherever it's happening, tell me about it. And I don't want you to just say, this story takes place at the park. Is it a big park or a little park? Is it a busy park? Is it a quiet park? Is it a fun park? Is it a boring park? Okay? Give me some details. Give me some juicy information so that I know what's happening in the stories you read. Okay? There's only 4 days you have to fill out, so it should be easy peasy, especially if you're reading every day. You're going to send me a picture of this on Friday, so make sure you're filling it out. Let me know if you have any questions. And finally, our sight words book. Sight words number 3. If you're using your paper clip that I gave you in your bag, you should have it clipped so you can open up right to the word we're working on today. And again, because I already recorded this one time, I've already written in here, so just hang in there with me. Sorry that this is recording number 2. That's just the way computers roll sometimes. Sometimes they're grumpy and they don't cooperate, and that's okay. But today we are going to work on the word one. Say it with me. One. We see one sun. So this is the number 1. I have 1 car. Or I have 1 bag. Okay, this isn't I won the race. That's a different one. And that's why we practice our sight words, so we can see the spelling for each of the different words. So you're going to practice writing the word, finding it. We're going to cut it out and glue the letters in the correct order. And then you're going to draw me a picture of the sun. If you want to work on this before you move on, just hit pause and you can work on it before we move to the next word. All right, let's move on to sight word number 2 for the day. Are you ready for it? This word is had. Say it with me. Had. Good. Let's read the sentence. We had fun on the slide. We're going to write the word had. We're going to go around and find it. You're going to cut out the letters and move them and glue them in order, the correct order. And then you're going to draw that picture for me. And that's it, my friends, for today. So work on your sight words, work on your reading log, and send me a picture of page number 2 when you are all done answering the punctuation questions. If you have any questions or if you need help with anything, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I will see all of you later. Bye, friends.